what's up, everybody? This is the Bianconeri show, not live show. It's a pre-recorded show after the match that just happened, match day 9 against Inter. We drew 1-1 with the Nerazzurri in the Derby d'Italia. So we're gonna go over what are Alejandro and my thoughts on what happened in this match, all the main focal points that what happened in the match, our thoughts on how we played, because it was not good again. And the main goals that happened and the main, I don't know, how do you want to call it? The main events. Yeah. So first, Ale, we started, you made a comment at the beginning of the match, or before the match started, in our little group, and you made the comment of our midfielders. It was Bernardeschi, it was McKennie, and it was Locatelli in midfield. And take us through why that was just a horrible decision from the beginning, and we all knew it was going to happen.
I mean, I'll keep it simple. Like, besides Locatelli, nobody is good on the ball. Yeah. Like, it's at times it's horrendous at times. And again, even Locatelli didn't play a great game today. I know people will say he had that one possible assist to Morata and the ball over the top to Bentancur, and that's great. You know, I expect that from him.
Yeah, no, but exactly. It's expectations.
I expect more. Like, I know he's playing with bad players, but today, like you said, the way he receives the ball, the positions he receives the ball, it's not easy. I mean, he needs to do so much on the positions he receives the ball. It's not helping him. Like, again, maybe Allegri's asking him from him. I don't know. But just in general, he didn't have a good game. I don't think McKennie had an awful game. I've seen worse from McKennie, but he offers.
I was going to say that was his best game of the season, but that's not saying much.
But he offers. I don't want to say nothing, but like he offers close to nothing. Like, it's nothing special. Like, even Arthur did more when he came out, and I expect basic stuff, like simple things from Arthur. He did more. So again, the only positive news of today is Dybala came in and he looked great. Like, he looked very, very touches, good. Even Arthur looked good. So Arthur's coming back. That's good news. Dybala's back. Because Kulusevski again today, it's...
First half was bad. After the second half started, though, he looked a little bit more lively, but it was correct to take him off. Though,
I mean, he makes life for himself so difficult at times. It's frustrating to watch. Like, but again, like, it's just overall it wasn't good enough. Going off the midfield, it's not that midfield today was just. It's basically a miracle that we got a point. Not a miracle. I'm not saying Intro was great, but that midfield, no. It was just bad.
The way we started with the players that we started with, you just knew that first half was going to go so poorly. Let's talk about Inter's shit goal. Like, let's be honest.
Just bad luck.
So before the ball, before Dzeko even scores, and I admit, I'm sorry that I jinxed him. I jinxed him in the preview or on my last appearance on the show. I said Dzeko stinks, and he's not even, like, I don't really care about his stats.
He was great,
and he scored. Again, was he though? Like, he was fine.
Yeah, I mean, he held on to the ball. He did what he had to do.
I know.
I don't think Chiellini had a good game until the last 20 minutes, maybe, when he finally had the better of his opponents. But I think, he did what I expected Morata to do today, and Morata didn't do that. Just hold up the play, keep it simple.
Yeah,
he did that.
Yeah, that's fair.
He did that. So
that's fair.
I'm not saying he's a world beater.
Yeah. Anyways, before Dzeko scored, Bernardeschi dribbled and wasn't touched, and did he dislocate his shoulder?
I think so. Yeah.
Like, how did he do that?
I don't know.
How did you do that without being touched?
It looked very weird.
I'm not trying to be like, I'm not trying to make light of an injury of one of our players, but how does that happen? If only to him that would happen.
I hope.
And then this is where I'm going to lean into him, because before the goal happened, he says, "Give me a minute before I can." That's selfish. That's so selfish.
I saw it at the moment it was happening. I was looking like, just go off. But Bentancur is ready at the sideline. He can come on immediately. He comes on and he stops running.
Yeah, but even before Bernardeschi said 1 minute, he said switch right away.
No, it's not like it was selfish.
Selfish, man. So selfish. And then we were down to 10 men, obviously. Like, it's shit from us, though, because we still could have done better. But it's really shit from Bernardeschi.
But that goal, I mean, Çalhanoğlu that ball was going like 10, 20 meters wide. And it took a mad deflection on the crossbar. Nobody expected it. Anything around. So Jake Paul was just there, and nobody can do anything about that, to be honest.
Yeah. So it's not really like our defensive structure is still there.
Yeah.
Just because we conceded a goal, whatever. It was a shit goal.
No.
Everything about it was lucky for Inter. Even I hope an Inter fan would realize that. But yeah.
Wait, what I want to say, because you touched on it, our structure looked again great, but again, we have been saying this since, I would say, 2 weeks now. Going forward, we need to do much, much more. And now that Dybala's back, Chiesa can drop in again. I think we will. But another point that we'll make is Cuadrado.
Bad.
He doesn't even attempt to beat this player. No. And I was thinking about it. I don't know why he started on the same wing with Danilo. I don't think that's a recipe for greatness.
No.
And I think it's better for Allegri. He's not going to do that, but just play Allegri, play Cuadrado at right back. I think I was just about to say it's more beneficial for us if Cuadrado is a right back. And for him.
And for him, because he has more space to
attack. It's okay to drop Danilo. Then drop Danilo one game, drop Cuadrado one game. It's okay. But having them both on the same wing, it's not gonna work.
No.
And also he started Kulusevski for one thing only in the first half, just to man mark Brozovic. Which I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't needed.
It was his tactic, right? Yeah, that was what he wanted to do. But you're right, it was not needed. We could have, if we really set up and with all our players ready to go, we could have taken it to Inter. Like, I have no doubt about that. But that Inter team did not look good.
Well, we all know what Allegri was trying to do. Just keep it 0-0, which should have happened if that mad goal didn't happen. And then the last 20 minutes, bring on Chiesa, Dybala, and I think he would have gotten away with it. The way, for sure. I could feel like we were shit, but I said it to my dad. I think we're gonna nick this 1-1 somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I had the feeling like we were coming. It wasn't good.
Yeah, we were.
It wasn't real pressure with chances, but you can feel there's gonna be one moment, and we're gonna take it.
Yeah.
Like we are doing the last 3-4 weeks now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But overall, no.
Yeah. No. Not good in the attacking phase again. I saw more attempts at link-up play at the edge of the box, but we just don't have the players to do it. It's pretty simple. Like when McKennie's trying to do it with Morata and Dybala, there's one glaring player that is a part of that can't keep up. And he insists upon playing McKennie as an attacking midfielder, as a more advanced midfielder, and I understand his thought process and I understand the personnel we have, but at this stage when everybody is fit again, he doesn't need to see the park anymore.
No, and also, because I want to ask you, what was Allegri thinking to bring in Bentancur for Bernardeschi? I did not.
No idea. No idea.
I still don't understand what the thought process was behind that substitution, because I was shocked when Bentancur was coming on. I was like, I don't get it. Like, why?
So Bernardeschi was the guy who's supposed to take the left-hand responsibilities defensively and somewhat attacking. So then you bring up Bentancur, who's not going to go to the left-hand side once. No, he's not going. No. That's it. We know that. So basically, you had Bentancur playing in the middle, then Locatelli playing like 5 yards beside him, and then you had McKennie playing 5 yards beside him, and then you had Cuadrado as the right winger. There's no balance.
No.
You're right. That's a great point to bring up. Like, why is it first thought Bentancur to come on?
It's like to me, it seems like pre-thought substitutions. Like he wrote them down before the game, like in the morning, and he just making substitutions no matter.
He wrote what Landucci had on the notepad, and he's like, "Yeah, you're right. Let's go."
I still don't. And he had an absolute shocker of a game. Like he was awful.
Bentancur.
He was awful.
Yeah. Yep.
I cannot recall one thing he did all right, besides in the last few minutes winning back the balls a few times. That's the only thing he does do somewhat well. That was just bad. Overall bad. Also,
our entire midfield is bad, but go ahead.
No, I want to say until the end of the game, I forgot Bonucci was playing. Like,
he's bad. He was bad.
He was bad.
He was bad.
But also, like, they didn't have much to do, to be honest. Like just
No, they didn't.
But even then, he didn't look great. He didn't look great when he was on the ball today.
And that's the sole reason why he plays, and that's why you got to think, what the hell, De Ligt is sitting there.
I mean,
you got to play De Ligt, man.
I understand that you need to rotate, but just rotate against Sassuolo. Play De Ligt.
Yes.
Like he is.
Yes.
I like Chiellini, but De Ligt is
the best.
Legend. Is our best defender at the club.
100%.
Like he is. He's also the one who can track back without a problem. Like at some moments, my heart stopped because Chiellini is so slow. Like even Jaco was outpacing him. I was like, oh my god, that's not good.
Two old no-nos going for a loose ball.
Yeah.
But so they scored their goal. They go up 1-0. We're still at that stage. Then it's really boring, really low event football until halftime. Yeah. Nothing really happens, of course. Inter had a bunch of corners at the end of the first half, but Çalhanoğlu, I don't know how that guy starts.
Yeah, he's bad.
Not my problem. I don't really care.
The fact that Gagliardini is better at the moment is tells you a lot.
Exactly. So second half starts. Our guys look more into it again, so that was good. They looked more up for it. Even the guy, we didn't make any subs at halftime. Kulusevski looked better. Still not. His decision making wasn't the greatest, but he had some nice turns in the opposition area. It was good to see. Morata, he wasn't on it today. No. Defensively, again, his work rate brilliant. I mean, but in the final third, it's not good.
The one moment that shows you that he was not on it is when Chiesa just pulled the ball, I think, and he was just running. I don't know where he was. He was almost in the stands. And Chiesa
he ran past Handanovic.
And Chiesa was just going off. Like, he was going mental after that. Like, you're a striker. You should know just to take that step. Yeah. I mean, and he's not doing that. And Chiesa was like, because they won a free kick or something a few seconds after that. Yeah, because Perisic just wiped out Chiesa. And after that, Chiesa was going off to Morata, telling him, like, just take your position.
Hang back a bit, yeah.
That's an easy tap and goal, like a striker goal.
That's also a run where McKennie can end up in the box. Maybe he could have, but that's whatever. You want Morata to be checking his runs like that. He was in the attacking phase. He was off.
I expect it from a striker. Yeah, like, it's not a one-off. It happens a lot. Like,
not for sure. So the game went on. More low event stuff. Nothing really happens. Then the change comes. I think the double change happened first with Chiesa, Dybala.
Yeah, they changed the game.
Yeah, of course. Quadrado off. Thank God. Like, great change. And Kulusevski off. It had to happen, right?
Yeah.
So Dybala becomes a support striker again, trying to link up with Morata, and it was straight swaps. It was Chiesa on for Quadrado. Chiesa kept his spacing well. He hugged the touchline a lot, and Dybala came in right off the shoulder. It's really tight in there, though. There's a lot of players.
Yeah.
Imagine if we had a direct left winger, or like anybody out left that could actually, who's fast and could bomb on.
That's why, because don't shoot me, because I was hoping De Chilio would come on at some point.
For Sandro.
Yeah, because I think De Chilio is the guy that can push more compared to Sandro going forward, in my opinion. He's more direct, because Sandro, once he gets in the final stages, he loves to cut back. De Chilio loves to just whip it in. Yep. Like, he just whips it in, or even tries to go past the player. I'm not saying play De Chilio over Sandro, but I was expecting that, to be honest. In the last 50 minutes, I was hoping for it. Like, also because
I thought he was at one point.
Yeah, also because the last two games were great. Not great. The Roma game was great. The second half against Zenit was good. So I'm a bit surprised he didn't do that, to be honest.
Yeah. It was really tight on the right hand side, and like if Chiesa, if Danilo's going to play right back, I know we're talking about balance and stuff, but he needs to get forward.
Yeah.
He needs to do a couple of overlaps or something. I know he looks like he's trying his hardest all the time, but like, dude, Just do like 2 overlaps in one game, maybe. Try something.
That's why
it's really stale.
That's why I said it before. I don't think that's a recipe for success to have them both on the wings. I think Chiesa can do more because Chiesa will take on his man more times than Cuadrado's doing. So Danilo not making the overlaps is maybe not that big of an issue if Chiesa's playing on that left hand or on that right hand side. But
if you do, like, this will never happen either though because Allegri. But if you do have Cuadrado right back and you do have Chiesa right wing, Chiesa dribble. I understand. This is why I said Allegri will never do that. But at least there's more. It wouldn't be as stale going forward. Yeah, so at the moment, it's really stale.
Everything is stale going forward.
Yeah,
like it looks very
it's side to side. Yeah.
No, it looks very forced. I don't know how to put it. Like
no, you're exactly right. It's 3 passes side to side, and then the guy looks up and plays forward, and then there's 5 defenders are on our 2 forwards.
Because I think it was 75 minutes, and Chiellini and Bonucci were just bopping it around at the back. I was like, you're losing. Like still 50 minutes. You're just. They were just looking for that spark, and I think Dybala was that spark for me. Like,
for sure. Every touch he had was perfect.
He can hold up the ball.
Touches.
Without a problem. Like 2-3 men on him, he just keeps the ball with great ease. He changed that game.
Yeah,
I think more so than Chiesa, in my opinion.
No, the only reason why Chiesa changed the game was because they had to take Perisic out.
Yeah.
Because he was struggling and he couldn't keep up with Chiesa defensively. And that was actually a good thing because then Dumfries came in, and it leads to what happened later. We'll get into that, but Perisic came off. Darmian swapped to the left-hand side, and he was fine against Chiesa. Chiesa was fine. Like, it was fine, whatever. But Dumfries coming on vindicates your point about him.
He is awful. Defensively, he's not
defensively good. Poor. Rash, erratic, not
he's
good.
Very, I don't know what he is. He's not a defender. Like, I think he will be better as a winger, in my opinion. He's not a defender.
But again, more low event stuff, and then out of nowhere, 87th minute, like, we saw Sandro get clipped, and I didn't think I was like, okay, whatever, move on. And then the Inter transition forward with the ball. Ball goes out of bounds. I think we just kicked it out because Abrela got hurt from his calf. And I'll say, okay, whatever, like, keep going. And then a potential VAR check for a penalty. I was like, no way.
That's a clean
again, and then, of course, the newspapers are going to be crazy saying, oh, Juve fines, VAR, repaid the refs again. But if you do look at it, it's a foul, but it's so soft.
Yeah, it's soft, but like...
It's clear.
If the ref sees that on the monitor, like, he clips him, like, he touches him.
No, for sure.
I mean, if he goes out and says, no, that's not a penalty, like, how are you going to explain that based on those images? Like, you cannot. Like, he hits him.
Like, he had every right to say, like, that's a penalty, but he had every right to, if he didn't call it a penalty, I'd be like, okay, whatever, move on. Like, I was not up in arms.
But because they called him back, I'm like, you cannot just say no at this point.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Like, there's a reason why they said, hey, look at this.
Yeah, but I've seen worse. Like, I've seen Inter's penalty against Lazio last week. That was even worse. Like, the touch was so
softer,
so minor. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
But it's given. So
yeah, it is what it is. Again, lots of people are going to be furious with that are not Juventini. But again, it's literally in slow camera pictures. They see it. They called it. They made the call. Good for us. 1-1. Dybala steps up. Cool as you like. Kind of down the middle, but Handanovic went the other way because Dybala looked before he shot it. And 1-1. And then we really started to go. And
I thought we were going to win it.
Yeah, I had a slight feeling. I was like, wow, what the hell's going on here? Like, we're actually attacking. This is the first time since Dybala got hurt. We actually went out and attacked. But Kyle George looks quite capable.
Like, because I remember when we signed him, and I've never watched him play before. Like, so I was just going off Brazilian reports, Brazilian fans, and they told me his first touch and his hold-up play is awful. Wow, it looks fantastic.
It looks pretty good, man.
He can hold it.
I know. It's been 15 minutes total.
Yeah, but even against Torino, like, He can hold it up against very physical players. He just can play around. I was like
he held it up against Skriniar today. I was like, that's incredible. Good
but
for
also
you, dude.
on the touchline, he was just so in his element. Like
he was calm. He was like loving it.
I was like, okay. I mean, I know it's a few minutes and again, but so far
massive game against Inter, massive game in the derby. Del Mol. So, massive games he comes on, he's just chill.
Let's see, because I think the way Bernardeschi's gonna be out now. I know Keane is not in form. Kulusevski, I think he will get.
Keane's hurt too.
Yeah, I mean he will be back.
Yeah.
But I think he will get more and more chances because somehow I don't know why. I think Allegri likes him.
He does. It looks like he does.
He will not play him. Not even against Torino. He will not play him against tonight. Like 10, 15 minutes.
He will not do that.
He will not do that if he doesn't. If he doesn't like a player coming from a different league, something like him, he will not play him. Like he's that stubborn. So that's positive news.
That is. It's. I think he's a 2002.
Yeah.
Right, and then so he's about to turn 20 next year. So it's a good prospect to have. It looks so far so good. He's capable enough. Now until he gets his first start or more than 15 minutes, we'll see. But for now, it looks fine against Torino and Inter for the last closing stages. Yeah. Arthur came on. He dictated play when he came on, so good for him.
Yeah, he's
calm as you like on the ball. He better, because if they play stingy, we need some creativity.
I mean, Allegri
said better start.
So Allegri said it, like Arthur will be the starter. Like he's gonna be the starter.
Awesome. Good to know. Good to hear.
But
again, low event stuff happened for that. Like it was a penalty shot that who knew that was gonna happen. And then the subs that came on, they made the difference.
Yeah, they did.
And even like negatively for Inter, positively for Juve. And just a low event war. It was a war. That's what it was.
Yeah. So, before wrapping this up, I want to ask one question, and that's the most important question. Like, how do you feel about this 1 point? Like, how will this basically influence our season? Is this a top 4 race? Because I think, in my opinion, we needed to win, or is this 1 point more? It's still 10 points now at the moment. We just keep going. There's still a chance based on what you have seen tonight against a possible title contender.
Yeah, so I think the point at the end of the day is good, only because what we saw what happened transpired throughout the game. So at the beginning of the game, when Romeo tweeted out his lineup, I said, "Holy shit!" And then we watched the game transpire. Everything happened 90 minutes. I think it's a good point from what we saw. Going into it, you want 3 points. That's what it is. But I think it's still a top 4 race. I think it's us to getting top 4.
I agree.
I am encouraged, though. I am encouraged by how we look attacking when we have all our players available.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. So I think I agree. I think we're just in a top 4 race. Like, what I've seen so far, we are very hard to beat. Like we've shown that again today somehow.
Yep.
But if we don't drastically change the way we are going forward,
attack,
then it's just a top 4 race. Again, it can change really quickly.
Sure.
Like you can win tomorrow on Wednesday, Milan or Napoli drop points, and it's 7 or it's 8, and they drop 1, and like in a few weeks they drop another points and it's 5. It can change really quickly. But so far at this moment in time, I'm gonna say it's top 4.
Yeah, you have to. We're still 7th. Like it's not like
we're 10
it's
points
not groundbreaking stuff we had. Yeah, it's not groundbreaking stuff here. Like a point was a point. We kept up with the other teams.
Yeah,
that's what we did today. We didn't gain ground. We gained ground on Lazio, I guess, because they pooped themselves. But at the end of the day, it's not good enough. Still, at the end of it was the signs were gearing towards attacking progression, but still not good enough. Who's your player of the match?
It's Dybala for me. Because
that's fair. In his 25 minutes, he changed the game.
For me, he did. Like I'm looking also on the stats. I mean, Inter are just horrendous also.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. It was a horrible. It was a war. It was a war. That's what it was.
That's why I'm even more angry. Like we could have got 3 points if, and I know Dybala couldn't have started. Like I know, but Arthur, I think he could have started. You can sub him off. But again, like for me, it's Dybala. I will give him.
That's fair.
Like a 6.5, maybe a 7. That's pushing it because he scored that pressure pen last minute.
Yeah.
So I'll give him a 7 in the player ratings.
Yeah. I don't have an answer. That's the obvious answer, but I don't. It's just not. Everyone was just meh. It was just meh.
Yeah, it was just flat. Just flat. The entire 90 minutes was just flat.
But it is Dybala, just because he scored that pressure pen. He came in and did stuff that changed the game in favor of Juve. So it is him, obviously, but it's got to sharpen up. We got to sharpen up. Now we're closer to November than people think, and we need results here. Like, not just we need results against the 76ers.
I understand what you're saying, but because we have, if we would have won against Udinese and against Empoli, I would say okay, today a point is a point. But because we dropped so many points already, it's not enough. Like, but again, it's still very early. Everything can change very, very quickly.
Yeah, it's like Inzaghi can't coach their next game, so they might struggle. I don't know who they're playing, but they might struggle in the next game.
I'm looking at Milan because they are winning games, and not respect, but props to them. They are winning games. They shouldn't be winning, but they're winning them.
Yeah.
And Napoli is also doing that at some moment in times. They play better football, in my opinion, and not today because today they were awful. Same for Roma.
Oh, against Roma, yeah.
But they're up there. Like the table is a table. So let's see. Wednesday, Sassuolo.
Yep, we will see. Next game is Wednesday. I think it's a 2:45 kickoff again, and then 8:45 CEST.
Yeah.
So we'll all be on the live show tomorrow. I think. Oh no, not Justin, but you and I will be. Yeah, you and I will be there tomorrow for the live show. Probably recapping this again, this game, and what Allegri has to say because he's gonna have his press conference, post-match press conference, and Tuesday will be Sassuolo preview. And the games just keep coming. So on behalf of Alejandro, this is our post-match game cover. And I'm Julian Gennady. Follow the Bianconeri Zone on Twitter and Instagram at Bianconeri Zone. And follow Alejandro. Did you make your Twitter account yet?
No.
Okay, don't follow him. Follow me on Twitter at Gennady151. And follow Justin Soforo, our other co-host, at Justin Soforo. Hopefully he's having a good time in Florida.
See ya.